Hey, welcome to Bella's Bargains. My name is Amy. I am not on camera again today. I've been down with the flu. But today is day number 9 of the 12 days of Christmas, which is thrifted items. I have one thing to share with you. And again, I'd like to thank our host Brenda from Rustic and Lace and Krista from Krista's Crafty Life. So let's dive into my one thrifted item. So because I'm living in Mexico, I don't really have thrift stores. But this was a bowl that we had here, and it cracked, and so can't use it anymore. Thinking, well, that's basically a thrifted item. And I have this one roll of Christmas ribbon, a second roll that I bought from my 22 peso store, and decided to cut the Christmas trees out of it, and I thought this would make a really pretty Christmas trinket bowl since it can't be used for eating anymore. So I happen to have high gloss Mod Podge that I bought here in Mexico and decided that that would be a fine source for applying this and sealing the bowl. Again, I'm not going to use it for food, right? So that changes, it's just a trinket bowl. So I cut out, I believe, 12 to 15 of these little trees. Of course, you know, depending upon the shape and the size of a bowl would depend upon how much of anything that you would place inside of it. And I'm just laying down Mod Podge and then placing my trees, all different angles and stuff. I did think about initially putting them all the same way, and then I thought it would be just more fun to have them kind of going in multiple angles and ways. So I get all those down, and then I put it in front of a fan and let it dry before I put another coat of Mod Podge on. I think in the end I put about 3 coats of the high gloss Mod Podge on. And here, it's after I've laid it down, I'm piling quite a large amount on top of each one of the trees to make sure that they sort of soak in that Mod Podge in it here. Alright, while I have you guys here, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment or an emoji or something to cause some traffic on the channel. Again, I apologize for not being on camera. I've been down with the flu for 2 days, but thankfully was able to still get these crafts onto a video for you, and I should be back hopefully tomorrow. It is not fun to have the flu. And again, want to make sure that you guys know to go down to the playlist and check out the other creators for this playlist. It's a fun one. Again, I want to thank Brenda and Krista for doing the 12 Days of Christmas. And at the end of this video, I will have my 12 Days of Christmas playlist from last year, which was a lot of fun. I rewrote all the words and made Dollar Tree Christmas items. Alright, so after I've got a really heavy, thin coat of Mod Podge on there and it's dried, I put another coat on. Again, I think I put about 3 coats on just to really try and seal it so there would be nothing lifting up from the Christmas trees or anything. Again, trinket bowl, not for actually serving anything on. And so I'm just trying to brush it. You're not going to get this to be super smooth. It's not what I would say a good quality Mod Podge. If I had a good quality Mod Podge, I could have probably gotten it a little smoother. But again, I'm not worried about that. It's really pretty in person. I do like the way that this turned out. And again, I'm using what I have, right? I don't have a craft room and supplies here. So now I've put saran wrap down on the counter. I'm going to flip this over because I want to paint the outside of this bowl, and I want to be able to pick it up from there after I've painted it, and also save my brush in between coats, which I'll show you here. So I'm brushing up towards the middle because I don't need to paint the very bottom of the bowl, and this is going to just give it a natural end to my paint line to brush up into the saucer part of the bowl there. So I do that and then go around. Again, I believe it was 3 coats of red paint on here. This is not a chalk paint. If I had a chalk paint, that is the preferred method for painting something like this, but I don't. So what I did do was just put my 3 coats on and then covered it with Mod Podge, sealed it with Mod Podge in the end. Again, the glossy Mod Podge. I just thought that looked good on this piece. So I want to take note though, after I finish painting, because I have the saran wrap, this is just a little painting craft painting trick for you all, is I just take my wet brush, do I do it on this one or the next frame, and I'm just going to put it down in the corner and wrap the saran wrap around it. This keeps your brush moist while this piece is drying, and you can come back for your next coat. This is my final third coat here, and you can see how it darkens every time I put a coat on there. It just got richer and richer in that red, and this is a perfect match for the trees on the other side. I did think about going green, and in the end decided no, I just really liked kind of this red was so matchy for the red on the Christmas trees from the ribbon. So, all right, so I'm going to finish painting this here, and then we'll show you the finished product. Again, I did put, after it dried, I put a coat of shiny gloss Mod Podge over it to seal it in. And I would have used chalk paint. If you're going to paint anything like this, chalk paint is always your best option, or a full coverage cling to anything paint that you might purchase at a Home Depot or something like that. Now watch there. See, I put the brush down, wrap it in the cellophane right there, and now it just sits there and waits while this dries for me to come back and finish it. Alright guys, that's it for this very short video. I'm sorry that, again, I'm a little under the weather. We'll see you back here tomorrow.